Kool TV proudly presents the 16th Region Baseball Tournament live from Addington Field in Boyd County, Kentucky. Now let's go to the field and pregame coverage of the 2025 16th Region Baseball Tournament live on Kool TV.
What a beautiful shot looming over top of Addington Field here in Cannonsburg as we welcome you into the pregame show here for semifinals number 2. Rowan County and Russell with a bid into the region championship game either tomorrow, Friday, or Saturday. A lot of still things that determine in that. The winner will play Boyd County, who was victorious earlier this evening by a final score of 10-1. Let's take a look at our bracket as Boyd County from the top half of the bracket has advanced through. They beat Raceland on Monday 2-0 over Fleming County, now 10-1. It was Russell getting by Ashland 6-1 in the third game, and then Morgan County falling to Rowan County 15-0 in 4 innings. So Russell and Rowan County for a bid into tomorrow night's championship game. That being said, if and only if it's not Rowan County in the championship. If Rowan County advances, then we will not play until at least Friday because of the Rowan County graduation tomorrow night. So still got a lot of stuff to sort out in this one. All right, we'll step out for a break. We'll come back. We'll look at our starting lineups and get you ready for first pitch. Russell and Rowan County next on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Go to Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart Collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Back in Cannonsburg, a beautiful sunset here over top of Addington Field as we get you set for our second semifinal this evening, Rowan County and Russell. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Rowan County will be the visitors on the scoreboard as they're on the bottom half of the bracket. A much different looking lineup than what we saw here Monday night. Some of that due to injury. Some injury here as soon as they got through warm-ups. There was a lineup change. So here's how to line up tonight. Leading things off and playing shortstop is Abram Norden. Batting second and pitching is J.A. Ingles. Batting third and playing center field is Will Richardson. Doing the catching tonight is the cleanup hitter Ben Dehart. Playing first and batting fifth is Mason Havens. Batting sixth in right field, Toby Stinson. Batting seventh and playing left field tonight is Brody Likens. Batting eighth as a designated hitter is Ross Banks. And batting ninth and playing second base is Carson Madden. Ross Banks is going to hit for Braxton Smith. He was hitting for Grant Rose. He was going to start at third, but he was unable to go after warm-ups, so he is out tonight as well. So Norden, Ingles, Richardson, Dehart, Havens, Stinson, Likens, Pennington, and Madden. And again, no Pennington tonight after taking that ball to the face. Was told he had several fractures in his face around the orbital area, so certainly wish the best for him in a speedy recovery. Now let's take a look at the Russell Red Devils starting lineups. Leading things off and playing second base is Kyle Mokas. Batting second at shortstop, Elijah Hankins. Batting third at first base is Hayden McGuire. The cleanup hitter tonight is the pitcher Avery Lother. Batting fifth at third base, Jacob Tolliver. Batting sixth and returning to the lineup for the Red Devils as the designated hitter is Jaden Frazier. Batting seventh and catching is Jared Witt. Batting eighth and playing left field is Keone Anchetta. And batting ninth in center field is Grayson Kaiser. Mokas, Hankins, McGuire, Lother, Tolliver, Frazier, Witt, Anchetta, and Kaiser. Batting for Frazier will be batting for the right fielder of Caden Criswell. One more break. We'll come back with first pitch, Russell and Rowan County for a bid in the region championship game with Boyd County next on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
I am Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more, offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Spring fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Daiwa, Shimano, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every style and size with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
The Ashland Area YMCA is where families and friends come to stay active and have fun. As a staple of the Ashland community for 125 years, we offer a wide range of activities and classes. We have something for all ages and interests, from cardio, fitness, and personal training, to swimming at our junior Olympic-sized pool, to a variety of sports facilities and programs. Follow us on social media to learn more about our programs or visit us today at the Ashland Area YMCA.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
When you need to say happy birthday, get well, thinking of you, or any special occasion, say it with flowers from Fields Flower Shop in Ashland and Grayson. Fields Flower Shop can also take care of your sympathy needs, and they carry a beautiful selection of silk flowers, balloons, and fruit baskets. They've provided quality service since 1920. Call 606-324-2184. That's 606-324-2184. Fields Flower Shop, 221 15th Street, Ashland, and US 60 Grayson.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Cannonsburg, sun is almost gone. It was a beautiful sunset that we got to watch here from behind the press box, but we're going to be under lights throughout the night as, again, this game was scheduled to start at 8 o'clock. We're going to be closer to about an 8:45 first pitch, which is kind of where we thought we were going to be. But either way, the winner of this game will play Boyd County on 3 different dates. If Rowan County wins this game, we cannot play until at least Friday, because Rowan County has graduation tomorrow night. If Russell wins, we play for a region championship tomorrow night here at 6 o'clock. The other situation we run into is if Rowan County wins, there's another chance of about an inch of rain coming on Friday, which means we probably won't play until Saturday around 2 o'clock. Either way it goes, it'll still give both of these two teams to get a full collection of rest for their pitchers before they play next Thursday down in Lexington at the opening round of the state tournament. And they'll play the winner of Region 12 in the opening round of action.
The second baseman, Kyle Mokus. Batting second, number 1, the shortstop, Elijah Hankins. Batting third, number 16, first baseman, Hayden.
So Russell being introduced. Fell behind early in that contest with Ashland. Trailed at 1-0 until the 4th inning, and then the Red Devils' bats came to life. They got 2 across in the 4th and then 4 more in the 6th, and won it 6-1 over the Tomcats. Rowan County with no issues getting past Morgan County on Monday night in the final game. They defeated them 15-0 in 4 innings. But the big issue that we're going to run into this evening is there are a lot of things going on with Rowan County's defensive alignments. So we'll keep an eye on that, as Scott Collins had to do a lot of shuffling to keep his lineup intact tonight. So we'll see how it plays out. Russell will be in the black tops, white bottoms. Rowan County in the green tops, white bottoms. Championship berth on the line coming up. Our umpiring crew tonight, Jeff Atkins will call the balls and strikes. Dave Anderson, Randy Ross, and Tyler Morris. Our 3 umpires on the bases. Randy Ross will be at first, Dave Anderson out at second, and Tyler Morris, over at third. Defensively for the Red Devils, it'll look like this. Left to right, Anchetta, Kaiser, and Criswell. Third to first is Tolliver, Hankins, Mokus, and McGuire. Jared Witt behind the dish, and the right-handed senior of Avery Lothar is on the bump. Lothar tossed a dandy in a 1-0 loss to Raceland in the district championship game, making his 15th appearance on the season with a 2-3 record, a 2.24 ERA, 40 2/3 innings of work, 28 hits, 45 strikeouts, 29 walks. He gave up 22 runs on the season. Only 13 of those have been earned. Good fastball, breaking ball, changeup is his 3 arsenal pitch selections that he'll go to. Not really going to overpower people, but he's a guy that induces a lot of balls that his defense can play. And that's something that you like to see when you get in this time of season. You know, don't give free passes. Free passes kill you when you get into elimination baseball. Let your defense work behind you and make your night on the bump a long one rather than a short time with giving up free passes and eating up your pitch count. So Norton, Ingalls, and Richardson, the 3 that'll get going here for us to start things off. As Rowan County last year lost in the semifinals to East Carter 7-5. Russell making their first trip into the tournament since 2022. their first trip into the region semifinals since 2017. That year, they beat Ashland in the first round. They lost to Rowan County in the semis. So Norden, a .414 hitter, 41 hits, 24 driven in, 3 doubles to 22 walks. Goes from the left-handed side as Lothar goes into his motion and pumps this one in there, and it's fouled away, and this ball game is underway. 8:42, our first pitch, under a mixture of a little bit of cloud cover hanging over top the ballpark, but it's been a beautiful evening. 69 degrees, no wind to speak of for the rest of the evening here at the park, as the flag hangs very still out there in right center field. That was a called strike at the knees, and very quickly Norden's down 0-2. Third meeting of the season between these two teams. Rowan County won the first game 7-5. This one's flared over to the third base side and bends foul. Then the second game, it was a 10-5 Rowan County win. So the question is, can you beat the same team 3 times in a year? And the most important game of the year, having to do so in that spot. So Norden settles back in, the 0-2 from Lothar. And it's hard hit into right field, and that one dives in front of Criswell for a leadoff hit. So Norden keeps his hot season alive, and with 1 on and nobody out, the pitcher J.A. Ingalls steps in. Ingalls batted 9th in the win over Morgan County, moves up to the 2-hole tonight after the loss of Pennington from that top of the order. 267 hitter, 16 hits, 12 driven in, 3 doubles, 16 walks. Big open stance for Ingalls. Bunts this one down the first base line. McGuire's going to have to hustle, and it's going to be a foot race to the bag that he will get, but the sacrifice is complete, and there's 1 down. So 3 unassisted. And now Will Richardson comes in. Richardson, a guy that you do not want to leave a ball in the wrong spot of the plate because he will turn it around in a hurry. A .365 hitter, 38 hits, 38 driven in, 5 doubles, 13 walks. Biggest ballpark in the region, 325 down the lines, 365 in the power alleys, 385 to straightaway. It's a grown man's shot to get one out of here. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Norden with good speed out at second. Rowan County chasing down its first region title since beating Ashland back in 2019. 12-2 in that game. And now time requested at the plate. Speaking of Norden out at second, he's 18 of 18 in stolen bases. Rowan County has been very aggressive on the base pass this year, 100 of 108. And now we got time because we've got lights out in left center field. Put their car on the video if they're going to do that. Yeah, you, turn your lights off. There we go. There we go. Now we're good. They want to sit in the cheap seats, but they can't turn the lights on. That's all they ask. So back to work we go as Lothar settles back in and looks at Norden back at second. That one misses wide for a ball. One thing that Norden typically does, that Lothar does, is that he's going to look back as he starts his motion. That's not something that's untypical for him in his delivery. He will not look back there until he starts his motion, and then he swings his head back to the plate. That one's fouled away. Lothar settles as he goes through the signs from Witt. And now he steps off. Tim Kennedy checking in tonight. Former classmate back in his days at East Carter with Troy Criswell, whose son, Caden Criswell, starting in right field tonight. Says hello and a big good luck tonight. Fly ball out to right center. It's a Bermuda Triangle. Criswell's going to come in and make the catch. That was a dangerous play right there for the Red Devils defense, but Criswell takes charge, and there's 2 down in the inning. Anytime you get Will Richardson out, you are happy. So now comes in the catcher, Ben Dehart. Dehart, a .386 hitter, 34 hits, 35 runs driven in, 6 doubles on the season. Rowan County this season hit 12 home runs. Richardson had 4 of those. Dehart had 2 more. That's a dart on the outside corner. If Lawther can live there all night long, he will have a solid outing on the bump. You're going to get a lot of ground balls when you can live on that outer half of the plate to the right or left-handed batter, whichever one happens to be there. That one's downstairs, tries to nibble and misses, 1-1. East Carter an early 2-0 lead on Ashland. That game in the top of the second inning over in Moorhead. Winner will play Rowan County on Friday night, as there will not be softball tomorrow night because of the graduation for the Vikings. 1-1, slow roller out towards short. Hankins can't field it cleanly. They're going to bring the runner to the plate. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Norton's going to score, and Rowan County's on the board. It's 1-0. And the question is, that's a tough call. Hit or error? I've go hit with that. I mean, it was going to be a tough play if he fields it either way.
Courtesy runner for Rowan County, number 18, Grant Rose.
So Norton comes home on the last play.
Now batting number 99, first baseman Mason Havens.
So now Mason Havens comes in. Lifts this one to center. Kaiser drifts into the gap. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch, and we'll end the inning. But the Vikings strike first. They get a 2-out runner across on an infield single. They lead at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 1 after this on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg. Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
One nothing as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Russell coming to bat. Mokas, Hankins, and McGuire the 3 to go. Defensively for the Vikings, it'll look like this. Left to right, Likens, Richardson, and Stinson. Third to first is Smith, Norton, Madden, and Havens. Ben Dehart behind the dish tonight. He played first base here on Monday. And the right-handed throwing senior of J.A. Ingalls will toe the rubber. Ingalls' 12th appearance on the season, a 5-3 record with a 2.20 ERA. 57 innings of work, 49 hits, 58 strikeouts, 22 walks, 30 runs, 18 of those have been earned. He threw 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs that were earned, 2 strikeouts and 4 walks in the March 29th matchup in which Rowan County won 7-5. Ingalls' last outing came against Fleming County in the district championship game. He threw a complete game 3-hitter, did not allow a run. Struck out 8 and walked 2. So Kyle Mokas will start us off. Mokas got things going in the second half of that game with Ashland. Had a double to start off the fourth. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the sixth. And drew a second complete game winner in the postseason. So Ingles, 1 foot on, 1 foot off the rubber. Very compact pitch as he pumps that one in there. For a call strike 0-1. Mokas with a close-off stance, almost like he's trying to force it into left field. He rocks this one into the gap, and that one's down for a base hit. Richardson got a good jump on it, and that'll hold Mokas to first, but a good start for the Red Devils here in the home first. And now Elijah Hankins climbs in. Hankins, 412 hitter, 42 hits on the season, 22 driven in, 6 doubles. Tallied an RBI triple here on Monday in the fourth inning when he knocked in Mokas. Shows bunt, gets a good one down out in front of the plate. This one's going to be a dandy, and he's going to beat it out. Russell in business here in the home first. So an infield single as Dehart got to it but couldn't do anything with it, and now runners at first and second, and Hayden McGuire comes to the plate.
The first baseman, number 16, Hayden McGuire.
McGuire, a 343 hitter. This one's bunted up in the air, and that one's going to be caught. Havens comes in and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And now the pitcher, Avery Lothar, comes on. Lothar, a 353 hitter, 18 hits, 8 driven in, 2 doubles, 2 walks on the year. He has been hitting the ball very well as of late. Great speed on the base pass for the Red Devils. Havens playing up on the cutout of the grass over at first base. First pitch swinging and a miss. 0-1. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance for all your insurance needs. See the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. And by Ram Pharmacy, located on 719 Greenup Avenue in Raceland. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give them a call. A ball and a strike to the pitcher, Avery Lothar, swinging with that pencil bat. Big opportunity here to help his own cause, trailing 1-0. But good speed on the base paths at first and second base in Mokas and Hankins. That's a dart on the outside corner, 1-2. That one's foul tipped at the plate. Kind of holding the ball on 2 strikes. Now he'll call time and step out. Ingles studies the sign from Dehart. The 1-2. Fouled away. Lothar doing a good job fighting that one off. Winner plays Boyd County in the championship after a 10-1 win over Fleming for the Lions earlier this evening. Brown leads this one 1-0. Russell trying to answer here in the home first. This one's fouled away as he come in on the hands with the 2-seamer. Yeah, that would have definitely been a broken pencil. I've only seen one metal bat break, and it was in a softball game. One-two pitch up and in. I've seen the tops of the bats blow off, but never actually seen a metal bat break in half except for one time. I don't remember that one. The 2-2 from Ingles. Chop toward the left side and into left field, a base hit. Here comes Mokas around third. The left fielder bobbles the ball, and he's going to come home and score with the run, and we're even at 1. So it's a hit and an error. The error will be charged to the left fielder. And we're even at 1 here in the first as Lothar helps his own cause. Gunnar Hignine, I believe, is who our runner is at first base. Yes. Running for the pitcher, Lothar.
The third baseman, number 7, Jacob Tolliver.
So that will not credit Lothar with an RBI. And now Jacob Tolliver steps in, the third baseman, with 2 on and 1 out. Havens playing it on the grass over at first in front of Hignite, and now Ingles steps off. Ashland has gotten on the scoreboard against East Carter. It's 2-1 out in Moorhead. We'll keep you updated on that game as it moves throughout the evening. Rowan County awaits in the championship game that it will play scheduled for Friday night. Boyd County watching this one to see who their opponent will be in the championship. The 0-1 downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. You got Hankins out at second base, who is speedy and aggressive. And you give him an inch, he'll try to take a foot. Hignite with good speed over at first base as well. Ingles from the belt. 1-1. That one disappears on the swinging miss. 1-2. I don't know what we've got. I think we had some more lights out in the outfield. The 1-2. Runner going. Pitch is in the dirt. Hankins moves up. So will Hignine, and the runners are in scoring position. And a 2-2 count at the plate. That's exactly what I was talking about with Hankins. If he gets an opportunity, he'll jump on it. So he's at third base now, representing the go-ahead run here in the first. And what I got a feeling is going to be a back-and-forth battle most of the night. Ingles needs a strikeout in the worst way. Tolliver, a base hits 2. He slow rolls 1 up the middle. It'll get Hankins to the plate. The shortstop gathers and throws. And there's 2 down in the inning, but it's a productive out for Jacob Tolliver, who drives in the run, and it's 2-1 Russell. And now for the first time since April the 19th, Jaden Frazier will step into a batter's box. He's had a cast on his arm after breaking his wrist. I talked with Tim Rice today. I said, how big is him coming back in the lineup? He said, I hope he brings some injectious energy into the lineup with the power that he has. But last played on April the 19th. And he's down 0-2. Hignine over at third, which would be a huge run in this point of the ball game. If the Red Devils could find a way to push it across. Frazier awaits. And a swing and a miss to end the inning. But the Red Devils dent the scoreboard with 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a runner. 2-1. They lead it after 1 complete. Back after this on Kool TV.
Welcome to Papa John's. Come meet the band. We got Cab the Sauce Man pouring our sauce right from the can. Don't bother him, he's in the zone.
Huh?
We got short Christine.
So beautiful.
Check this out. We got dough Toli over at our fresh, never frozen original dough station. Show off. Kid's a prodigy. And Scotty and Shannon dropping those toppings all over. He calls me Papa.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
And we're making you a Papa John's pizza.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
From the United Rentals Tower Cam out in right center field for all your heavy equipment rental needs, give them a call, 304-429-1260. Greatly appreciate their ventures with us, taking care of our tower cams through the district and regional tournament rounds. Big hat tip to all the great folks here at Boyd County as well. Phenomenal job they did working on the field surface after all the rains we got yesterday and into this morning. Frank Holland and his crew did a phenomenal job. All the great folks down in the concession stand, they've done a great job. Everybody here, Pete Fraley running a great tournament. Just a class act from everybody around here. Greatly appreciate everybody here at Boyd County High School. So we go to the top of the second inning. 6, 7, and 8 coming up. Stinson, Likens, and Banks, the three that'll go here for the Vikings.
Off the top of the second, number 16, the right fielder, Toby Stinson.
So Stinson steps in, a 286 hitter, 20 hits, 19 driven in, 5 doubles, 8 walks on the season. As Lothar pitches with a 2-1 lead here in the second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss. That's what I was talking about. He can do so much when he gets that outside corner working because he makes you have to protect when he wants to go out there. Tries to go out there again, and it's just wide for a ball, 1-1. East Carter leads Ashland 3-1 now in the top of the third inning in softball action out of Moorhead. 1-1 pitch, hit right back to him. He says, no problem, I got that one. Take a look at this on your iSense Cards and Collectibles Instant Replay. I don't even think he moved. Flips it around, 1 down in the inning. And the left fielder for tonight, Brody Likens, climbs in, a 273 hitter, 30 hits, 20 driven in, 8 doubles. That leads second on the team behind Aaron Pennington, who is not playing tonight. Pennington leads the team with 9. Outfield playing him a little bit into the pull side out in center field as Kaiser drifted into the gap, and Criswell well off the line over and right. This one's a towering fly ball in the infield. Tolliver comes in off of third base. He'll make the grab. There's 2 down. That's the thing that I said so much that you get from Lothar. When he gets dialed in, he's going to give a lot of balls that allows his defense to work. So now Ross Banks comes in, a 333 hitter. He jumped off the bench and filled in for Pennington when he left with the injury the other night and just immediately came right in and smoked a hit into right center field. Has not had many at-bats this season, but he arrived for the occasion and did it with ease. There's the 0-1 from Lothar. That one's downstairs. Count evens at 1-1. First time with us here on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you see something you like. Hit that bell. Each time we put out new material, we'll alert you directly to your mobile device. Here's the 1-1. At the bell, but just inside. The count goes to 2-1. Russell picking up their 20th victory in the win over Ashland on Monday. This one's flared foul over onto the first base side netting. making their first trip to the regional round since 2022. Here's Lothars 2-2. Tried to go downstairs, but could not get Banks to chase, and the count goes full. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Lothars' first strikeout of the ball game as the Rowan County Vikings go quietly in the second. An inning and a half in the books. Russell leads at 2-1. Back after this on Kool TV.
Hello, everyone. I am Rick Clark. Let me introduce you to Carlisle, Annabelle, and Zach.
And as you can tell by these commercials, this family has a lot of fun.
We have a great team here at Clark's.
And we would love for you to join our family.
Whether you're a young person looking for your first job, someone who's looking for extra work, or maybe you're ready to start a career at a growing company, we want to talk to you. To find out more and start the process, go to myclarkspns.com.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return,
refresh,
refuel.
When you need to say happy birthday, get well, thinking of you, or any special occasion, say it with flowers from Fields Flower Shop in Ashland and Grayson. Fields Flower Shop can also take care of your sympathy needs, and they carry a beautiful selection of silk flowers, balloons, and fruit baskets. They've provided quality service since 1920. Call 606-324-2184. That's 606-324-2184. Fields Flower Shop, 221 15th Street, Ashland, and US 60 Grayson.
The baseball gods showing off tonight. Look at that beautiful sky over top the press box here at Addington Field. Bob Ross would be smiling down on that one. That one's beauty. Under the lights, the way the game has been meant to play, and it's a dandy here already. 2-1, Russell leads it as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. 7, 8, and 9, Witt, Anchetta, and Kaiser to come through this inning. This is a game I think that, like I said, I think it's going to be a seesaw battle. It's which team can capitalize on a mistake that the other team does. Russell took advantage on that on a ball that got bobbled out in left field by Likens and came around to get their first run of the ball game. Some heads-up base running by Elijah Hankins to steal third base, and then a ground out to shortstop for the second out of the inning brings him home and gives Russell the lead. So the catcher, Jared Witt, will start us off, a .221 hitter, 19 hits, 20 driven in, 4 doubles, 16 walks on the year. Russell on the season has only 4 home runs hit. Mokas has hit 2, Criswell with 1, and Witt with the other. And this one sneaks through on the left side, a base hit. We'll get a courtesy runner for him or no. I don't believe so. I don't think he's going to run for himself. He's pretty good speed. And now Keone Anchetta steps in. Tim Rice flashing through those signs over at third base. He's old school. No wristbands, no anything. He likes the old hand signals. This one's bunted in the air, and it goes foul. That's the one thing you cannot do if you're going to play small ball is put it in the air. I don't care where you put it. First off, it has to be on the ground. The next thing is don't bunt it back directly to the pitcher. Your job is to put it somewhere on the grass in between the 2 white lines to where you move that runner from first to second. That's the only job you have right here. Ingles set with the 0-1. Anchetta pulls this one back. It's a called strike, and now it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside corner called strike 3 with a dagger from Jeff Atkins. 1 down in the inning. Second strikeout of the ball game for J.A. Ingles. And the center fielder, Grayson Kaiser, comes in. Kaiser, a .291 hitter, 25 hits, 17 driven in. 3 doubles, 12 walks on the season. Quickly back in as Witt. as Ingles will take a look at him. 1 run, 2 hits, an error for Rowan County. 2 hits, 4 runs, an error for Russell. That fastball's down and away. Nice job there by Dehart to snag that one. 1-0. Top of the order of Kyle Mokas in the on-deck circle to go next. Two balls and no strikes. That's the big thing. If you can find a way to roll your order through every 2.5 innings or so, that gives your top of the lineup an opportunity to get through 4 for sure times, sometimes maybe 5. Chases this one on a 2-0 pitch and comes up empty, 2-1. And if you're Russell, you like your opportunities. If you can get Kyle Mokas and Elijah Hankins, and even at that far, if you could go to Hayden McGuire 5 times in a ballgame. You got Mokas at the top of the order batting nearly 500 on the season. Hankins at 412. And then McGuire checks in at 343. Lothar at 353 behind it. I mean, the front 4 of this team is loaded. Tolliver batting over 300. The backside of that, Rowan County has some solid sticks top to bottom in their order as well. 2-1 from Ingles. Sneaks that one in there on the outside corner. That was a filthy pitch, 2-2. Something he does well, he'll switch up speeds. He can let it fly in a very compact frame, probably 5'8" or so. Great kid, very heady, high IQ on the field. And a swing and a miss there as he let that one go. 2 down in the inning. And now back to the top of the order we go, and Kyle Mokas. And now we'll get a runner for Witt over at first base. As coming on to run for him is going to be Caden Jacobs. Or excuse me, Keenan Jacobs. My mistake. I'm going off my... Yeah, Keenan Jacobs. I was going off memory, and I thought wrong there. That's my mistake. Mokas smoked one into the gap his first time through. There goes the runner, and they've got him. Jacobs just took off, and Ingles throws to first base, and Jacobs going to steal second base. So now an opportunity to push another run across here for Mokas if he can get one in the outfield. Ingles will take a look at him over at second base and makes an odd throw to Norden at short. That's a dangerous throw sometimes, and especially if everybody's not on that same page. Hankins in the on-deck circle would go next if Mokas can continue the inning. 2 down in the inning with a runner at second. First pitch misses up and away with a fastball, 1-0. Scores of the Bigs. Cardinals lead the Orioles 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Reds trail the Royals 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs in front of the Rockies 2-0 top of the 5th. That one's off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Blue Jays and the Rangers are scoreless after 4. Still to go, Yankees, Angels, Mariners, and Nationals. A lot of games went earlier today. A lot of finals already in the books. The 2-0 to Mokas. That one's down and out into the gap and a base hit. Here comes Jacobs around. Mokas is heading for second base. He's going to go in safely with an RBI double, and Russell leads it 3-1. So Kyle Mokas trades positions with the RBI 2-out double. And how big does it become with the stolen base there that you get from Jacobs when he just takes off and swipes second? So now Elijah Hankins, can he have some 2-out magic? Had an RBI triple on Monday, and that one's to the backstop, and that brings Mokas to third base on the wild pitch. So the Red Devils trying to pile on here in the second. Have extended their lead to 2 now at 3-1. And now Hankins climbs back in with an opportunity here to try to make it a 4-1 ball game if he can get one through the infield. Ingles a deep breath, the pitch. That one's downstairs. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Hayden McGuire on deck. And before we get to that, Ben Dehart's going to go out and have a word with his battery mate. Let's head out to Moorhead and check in on softball action. As East Carter and Ashland in the 4th inning, Raiders batting in the top half of that inning, leading 3-2. Winner will play Rowan County, who knocked off Greenup this evening, 9-5. It was a heck of a battle. Rowan led it 6-1. Back-to-back home runs by Greenup made it 6-5, and then the Vikings answered with 3 in the following inning to push the lead back to 4, and that's where it stood. So the meeting on the mound commences. Hankins back in the box, the 2-0 to him, and it's fouled away. Pete Fraley's in the house. I knew I could feel a legend walk through the door. And I knew one thing when you sat down. I guarantee that you would have a lemonade in your hand. Hankins awaits a 3-1. In there. Nice changeup. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the second inning. 3-1 Russell with a big run looming 90 feet away. Here's the payoff pitch. Back out towards second. Madden Fields, a low throw. It's dug out by Havens, and that'll end the inning. But the Red Devils played a run. They leave one, but they lead at 3-1 through 2. We're back after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Good at Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
3-1 as we go to the third. Nine in the top, due up this inning for the Vikings, Madden, Norden, and Ingles. Beautiful evening here in Cannonsburg after we saw rains through early Tuesday morning, all day yesterday, and even into close to the noon hour today. And Frank Conley and his staff done a phenomenal job today of, one, getting the water off of the tarp, and then, 2, getting the field in superb condition for this tournament tonight. And, again, if you've never worked on a field surface when you're dealing with water and trying to get it playable and everything to make it look like it is, you have no idea what it takes to get it to this point. And all the guys here all weekend long have been putting in countless hours to get this field and this facility to looking even better than it typically does. This has always been one of my favorite ballparks to come to. I remember playing on this ballpark back in high school when they first built it, and it was like walking into the Field of Dreams. First pitch misses downstairs for ball. The one thing I remember about this field, though, is when they first built it, it was brick chips instead of the brick dust. That was no fun. We didn't have sliding shorts back in those days, so sliding on this place was never a fun time. 2 balls and no strikes to Carson Madden. 264 hitter, 19 hits, 14 driven in. 3 doubles, 15 walks. You want to give up a leadoff walk to the guy in the 9 hole. He pumps a changeup in there for a called strike, 2-1. Beautiful look there in from the United Rentals tower cam out in right center field. Just get mad throwing the floor, Tim. That one gets away from him. He looked like he tried to take something off that one and do something extra with it. Never had a good grip on the ball as he came to the plate with it. They never had a chance of being a strike. So the count goes to 3 balls and a strike to Carson Madden, who's trying to lead things off somehow, and he's going to get on with a walk. So the first free pass of the ball game issued by Lothar. And now we go back to the top of the order and Abram Norden. He smoked one into right his first time through tonight.
Shortstop number 2, Abram Norden.
That was an error called strike. Madden on the season, not much of a threat to run. 3 stolen bases on 3 attempts. Norden in game number 1, 7-5 victory for the Vikings. He did not play in that game. In game number 2, the 10-5 win, he went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Lothar's 0-2. That one's up and away for a ball. Russell looking for its first victory over Rowan County since 2023. Good spot, a nice pitch on the changeup. That one was wide, though. The Russell fans wanted the strike. It was a great location on a 1-2 pitch, but it was down and away. The last time Russell beat Rowan County in the regional tournament was back in 2008, a 15-12 shootout. Big breaking ball that misses up. 3-2. Madden leaks away from the bag at first. Quick check of the runner, making certain he's not trying to go on first motion, and see if Rowan County tries to get a little bit of aggressive with the base running here with the bases loaded, see if they start the runner with Norden at the plate. They do not, and it's fouled straight back. Big at-bat here for Abram Norden. After a leadoff walk to Madden, puts him on at first base, trying to do something with it, down 2 here in the third. He fouls this one away. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Typically when a hitter gets in a situation where you start seeing 9-10 pitches in an at-bat, you find a way to win that battle. Another foul ball. Lothar snaps one off, and he just gets enough of it to keep his at-bat alive. And it's at-bats like this. The stats do not show up in the final box score. It only shows up hit or not, but this is a big moment in this contest. Another foul ball. This will be the 10th pitch. The 15th Lothar has offered in this inning. and it hits him. So the 10th pitch of the at-bat, and it plunks the batter of Norton, and there's 2 on with nobody out, and Rowan County threatening to blow things open here in the 3rd. So Norton hit for the 11th time on the season, and now J.A. Ingalls steps in with a chance to help his own cause. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time through. Shows bunt, looks at a pitch in there for a called strike. Madden at second, Norton over at first. Nobody out. Russell leads at 3-1. You get in this type of a situation, you get out of this with giving up 1 run, you're happy. Especially in the top of the order now. And a quick throw as Hankins had to stretch to keep that one from going to center field. And the guy looming in the on-deck circle is not a guy you want coming to the plate with an opportunity to do a big number with 1 swing of the bat, and that's Will Richardson. The 0-1. Misses high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Easton Ashland even at 3. Bottom of the 4th inning. 2 on, 2 out for the Kittens. This one's bunted down the first base side. They're going to go third base for the force out, and a nice play there by Hayden McGuire to cut the runner down at third. Heads up play there by the first baseman. Take a look at this on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. No hesitation. He beat the ball to the spot, and an absolute laser beam across for the first out of the inning. So Ingalls on with the fielder's choice. And now Will Richardson's in. The first pitch breaking ball downstairs for a ball 1-0. The 1-0. Breaking ball. That one gets past Witt to the backstop, or just off to the side of the dirt circle, excuse me. That's going to move both runners into scoring position on the wild pitch. And the count goes to 2-0. Could a big inning be looming for the Vikings? Trailing them by 2. With 2 in scoring position, Lothar will go from the windup. This one's fouled away. Richardson lifted a fly ball out to right center that Criswell ran underneath. This one's a hard hit ball through the third baseman's glove and into left field. 1 run comes to the plate. They'll cut him off on the throw to the plate. They're at the corners, and it's 3-2. An RBI single for Will Richardson. Anchetta came up firing, and that was able to keep the second run at third base from coming to the plate. So Richardson picks up his 39th RBI of the season, and now the catcher Ben Dehart comes in. Dehart had an infield single his last time through. That one's in the dirt, 1-0. Dehart went 2 for 3 with a run driven in and 2 runs scored in that 7-5 victory. Went 2 for 4 with a run driven in the 10-5 victory. Runners at the corners, 1 out, 1 run across. Russell still leading 3-2. One-0, stung back up the middle. As Richardson was running on the play, he'll stop at second base, and we're even at 3. So back-to-back RBI singles. Ben Dehart 2 for 2 with 2 runs driven in. And the seesaw battle continues. As we'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher. Grant Rose just about got decapitated. He was coming out of the dugout and was running over to go take the spot of Dehart and was not paying attention, and the guy at the plate, Mason Havens, took a swing and a cut and just about connected. So 2 on, 1 out, and Havens steps in and looks at a big breaking ball that's in there for a called strike. He popped out to Kaiser out in shallow left center field last time through. All leaving at 3 here in the third. 0-1. Leans out of the way, and he got to let that one hit you. Toby Stinson in the on-deck circle to go next. Can the Vikings take the lead back here in the third? Fouled away. And if anything, Rowan County has Chase Lother's pitch count up in this frame. He sits at 51 in the ball game. He's thrown 27 in this inning. He threw 24 total in the first and second innings, including 11 in the second. He could use a strikeout in a worse way here. They fake the throw back to second base as Richardson gets dirty on the dive back in. Richardson at second. Rose running for Dehart over at first. 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off to the first base side, now to play. Ashland has blown the doors open in their game with East Carter. They now lead at 7-3 in the fourth. Still batting with 2 outs. Trying to play themselves into a region championship contest with Rowan County on Friday. Lother's 1-2. Downstairs, nice job by Witt to pick that one out of the dirt. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball stays up out of the zone. The count goes full. And now Witt's going to go out and have a quick word with his battery mate. Now the question is, how aggressive does Scott Collins want to get here? Do you put your runners in motion with 1 out in the inning in a 3-3 ball game in the third? And it all comes down to how much do you trust the 8th graders bat at the plate. You don't want to run yourself into a strike them out, throw them out, or run yourself into a double play to end the inning. But you've also got an opportunity here. If you put runners in motion and you connect, you might push 2 across and take a 2-run lead. That it would flip a 2-run deficit coming into this inning. The chess match it is, the game of baseball. The payoff pitch. And it's out into the gap. Diving quickly and falls in there for a base hit. Criswell fires it in. Richardson's coming to the plate. It's going to be an RBI single for Mason Havens. And Rowan County takes a 4-3 lead. And we'll get a visit to the mound by the Russell pitching coach. Got some players headed down into the Russell bullpen. Griffin Frazier, a freshman, going down to start the throw. Again, that's interesting choice of Frazier going there. He's thrown 2 innings this year. So 2 on, still only 1 out. Runners at first and second. Grant Rose running for DeHart out at second. Havens over at first. And now the right fielder of Toby Stinson in. Stinson hit a little bleeder right back to Lothar at the mound last time through, in his only at bat in the ball game.
The right fielder, Toby Stinson.
Stinson did not bat in the first time these two teams played, and went 0 for 4 with a walk in the second game. And he hits this one into the gap, and that one's down for a base hit. Rose is going to come from second to the plate. They'll cut it off. The throw to the plate is not in time. It's an RBI single by Toby Stinson, and Rowan County's lead swells to 2. It's 5-3. Back base knocks. So now Havens at second, Stinson at first, and Brody Likens in. Flew out to third base his first time up. The first pitch misses down and away for a ball. Lothar has thrown 33 pitches in this inning. The pause in the pitch. And that one hits him. And now Tim Rice coming out and saying, wait a minute, he feels like his arm was over the plate when it made the contact. So Jeff Atkins is going to bring his crew together, and they're going to make certain that nobody saw anything that he did not. He's saying that the ball made contact with the elbow. Tim Rice's case was saying that he had his elbow over the plate. That was a very quick meeting. Dinner plans have already been made by this crew tonight. They don't need to discuss those. Sometimes you get the umpires together and they start talking about what they're going to do for Christmas holidays. This crew here, they've talked to each other enough. They get together quick and settle back in. So a 4-run third inning for the Vikings. They lead at 5-3, and now Ross Banks comes in 0 for 1. One would think if Lothar gives up a hit or another walk, that's going to be the night for him. This will be the 60th pitch. A healthy hack there by Banks as he comes up empty. Pillows covered in Vikings, leading at 5-3 here in the third. Ninth batter to come to the plate here in the inning for the Vikings. 1-1. Chopped into the glove of the miss, 1-2. Nightfall has arrived as we under beautiful clear skies tonight. Ballpark illuminated beautifully here in the second semifinal. 1-2 upstairs, 2-2. Carson Madden in the on-deck circle would go next for his second at-bat of the inning. Here's Lothar's 2-2. Upstairs, called strike 3. Second time that Banks has been struck out by Lothar, and that's a huge strikeout because now there's 2 down in the inning. Carson Madden comes through, who started this inning off with a walk. And a big breaky ball down and away. Abram Norton stands in the on-deck circle, chomping at the bit to get back at it. That one misses up 2-0. Right down Broadway, a called strike 2-1. Havens at third, Stinson at second, Likens over at first. 2-1 pitch, fouled away. Count moves to 2-2. Two's wild across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the third. 4 across for the Vikings, who have taken a 2-run deficit and turned it into a 2-run lead, looking for more. Lothers 2-2. Big breaking ball in there, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to get himself out of the jam, but the Devils trail it 5-3 as we head to the home third when we return after this on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
I am Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
Rowan County leads it now as we go to the bottom of the third. McGuire, Lother, and Tolliver 3, 4, and 5 coming through this inning for the Devils. I said this was going to be a seesaw battle of a ball game, and I think that's exactly what we have settled into of what this one's going to be. Boyd County sitting back waiting as they took care of business with Fleming. They beat the Panthers 10-1 this evening. Fleming County was making their first trip to the regional semifinals since 2011. The last time they were there, they lost to Boyd County 10-0. Russell in their last trip to this round back in 2017, they lost to Rowan County 7-2. So Hayden McGuire will start us off. He's 0 for 1. Bunted out to the first baseman as he put it in the air his first time through, as J.A. Ingalls will pitch with a lead now. Spikes that one in the dirt. Again, that's something you wonder about too, is when your pitcher has to sit over there after a 20-plus minute inning of not throwing, what's that going to do to his motion and rhythm? 1-0's wide, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, if you're Russell, the big thing you do here is you got to stay within yourself. You're down 2 runs. This game is nowhere near decided. Just continue the same approaches that you've had on Ingalls, that you had some success with coming into this inning, and continue to claw back. Here's the 2-1. Fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Finals earlier today in the big leagues. Guardians beat the Dodgers 7-4. It was the Tigers one better than the Giants 4-3. Rays blanked the Twins 5-0. It was the White Sox over the Mets 9-4. Brewers beat the Red Sox in 10, 6-5. It was the Astros over the Athletics 5-3. This one's chopped up the line at third and a foul ball. Pirates beat the D-backs 10-1. Marlins over the Padres 10-8. Braves and Phillies, they were rained out. They'll play a makeup game tomorrow up in Philadelphia. The 2-2. Downstairs. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. One down here in the third. Fourth strikeout for Ingles. And with one away and nobody on, the pitcher Avery Lothar comes in.
The pitcher, number 11, Avery Lothar.
Lothar single homer run to left. That was a called strike on the outer half. The 0-1. Hacked foul over on the third base side, and quickly Lothar's down 0-2. If you're Rowan County, this would be nothing more than what you would love to see after putting up that big number to take the lead. Is come back out here and roll through the meat of the order 1, 2, 3. The 0-2. Out to second. Madden gobbles that one up. Makes the throw. 2 down. And now the third baseman, Jacob Tolliver, comes in. Tolliver, a ground out that drove in a run.
Third baseman, number 7, Jacob Tolliver.
That gave Russell the 2-1 lead in the first. That's a dart on the outside corner. 0-1. Tolliver 1 for 3 in game number 1 when these two teams hooked up. Went 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second contest. The count even at 1-1. Ingles kicks and deals. 2 balls and a strike. Weekly hits ball out to center. Coming on is Richardson, and he'll run it down as Russell goes in order in the third. We've played 3, 5-3 Vikings. Back after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Spring fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Daiwa, Shimano, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every style and size with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Call to the bullpen for the Red Devils as the shortstop Elijah Hankins is going to take over on the bump for Lothar. Entering the game and playing second base is now going to be Gunnar Hignite, and Kyle Mokas is going to move over and play shortstop. Hankins making his 9th appearance on the season with an 0-1 record, a 7.20 ERA. 11 2/3 innings of work, 19 hits, 9 strikeouts, 10 walks, 14 runs, 12 of those have been earned.
Shortstop, number 2, Abram Norden.
So top of the order for Rowan County will start things off. So close the book on Lothar. He goes 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Struck out 3, hit 2 batters, walked a batter. Hankins' first pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Norden 1 for 1, single by a pitch. Hankins moves him off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0. Norden went 0 for 2 here Monday with 2 walks and a strikeout in that 15-0 win over Morgan County. 3-0 pitch, 4 straight. Norden's on board. And now the pitcher, J.A. Ingalls, steps in.
The pitcher, number 5, Jason Ingalls.
Ingalls 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Hit into a fielder's choice last time up, in which McGuire threw a dart over to third from first base. This one kicks away from the catcher, and Norden takes a big turn out at second base and a runner in scoring position here to start the visiting fourth. This could be a development of a huge inning for the Vikings. 2-0. That's a nice location on the outer third. 2-1. Hankins sat with Norden at second, nobody down. That was in the dirt. Nice job there by Witt to keep that one in front of him and hold Norden out at second base. And now the catcher is going to go out as his pitch comm system is kicked away from his catcher's gear on the chest protector straps. Again, Russell and Boyd are the only 2 teams that I've seen in the area that use the pitch comm system. Again, it's an earpiece that the catcher wears. It's a one-way communication device. So it's only stuff that's coming from the dugout about the pitch that they want to use. He cannot use it to communicate back to the dugout. But he's got a box there that's connected to a wire that goes up to the back part of his chest protector strap, and then an earpiece that coils into his ear. The 3-1. Outside corner called strike. Mr. Ingalls was headed toward first base. My producer was headed that way as well. Jeff Atkins tells everybody, said, not so fast. This would be huge if Hankins can come back here and get a strikeout. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and he does so. Ingalls down on strikes. There's one away here in the fourth. And now Will Richardson comes in. 1 for 2. Singled homer run last time through. Breaking ball hammered into the gap and into the nightfall out in left center field. Richardson's on his horse. He wants 3. He's coming to third. Mocus' throw is not going to be in time. It's going to be an RBI triple for Will Richardson, and it's 6-3 Vikings. Richardson tattooed that one into the night sky here in Cannonsburg and left nothing but a vapor trail on his 8th triple of the season.
The catcher, number 20, Ben DeHart.
So he picks up his second RBI of the ball game. And now Ben DeHart comes in. He's 2 for 2 with 2 driven in as the infield comes in. And he'll slow roll this one back up the middle. Mocus tries to go to the plate. He bobbles and have to go to first. So it's a productive out as it gets the run home, and it's 7-3. Mocus wanted to come to the plate, and he couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So smartly, he takes the out. But DeHart drives in his 3rd run of the evening. So now 2 down and the base is empty, and Mason Havens comes in. 1 for 2 in the contest. A fly out to center and a single to right. He fans at that one and comes up empty. Havens went 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. He was a stat stuffer in that game Monday against Morgan. Ashland has blown the doors wide open against East Carter. It's 11-3 now. 0-1 hits him. That caught him in the ribs. That is not a place you want to take a ball anywhere. So Havens will march himself down to first base, and Toby Stinson will come in. Stinson 1 for 2. A line out to the pitcher and a single to right center. 7-3 Vikings. They've scored 6 in the last 2 frames. 4 in the 3rd, 2 more in this inning. One's downstairs for a ball. And then the ball gets past the catcher, and Havens is going to take second base. As good as everything was going for Russell, in the flip of a switch, has watched everything go sour. A huge run looming out at second base with Havens. If Stinson can come through and poke him home, he's ahead 2-0. Brody Likens awaits in the on-deck circle. Fouled away, 2-1. Seven 7-3 Vikings. Top of the 4th inning, 2 down. Hankins trying to close the door and stop the bleeding here. Down the line and right. That one bends out of play over top of the bullpen for a foul ball as the count goes to 2-2. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance needs, see the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. And by Ram Pharmacy, located at 719 Greenup Avenue in Raceland. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give Ram Pharmacy a call, 606-836-7267. That's 836-RAMS. Ram Pharmacy, your friend for life. 2's wild across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base, 7-3 here in the 4th. Stinson away as Hankins comes to the plate. And he lifts it skyward on the right side. McGuire coming in foul territory. Fighting the skylights and can't make the catch. And it'll fall in for a foul ball. And new life for Stinson. The ball got above the lights, and McGuire was trying to find it as it was coming back down, and it overrun it. So now can Stinson make the Red Devils pay on the missed opportunity to end the inning? Hankins set from the belt. 2-2, a little bleeder out towards shortstop. And nobody's going to get to it as it falls harmlessly into the infield. And they're at the corners with 2 outs as the inning continues. You could tell it was trouble off of the bat as it fell right at the grass cutout right in front of second base. And there was 2 guys coming to it and neither could get there, and it just, like a beautiful ball on a green of golf, it hit and stuck. And there was no plays anywhere. So now Brody Likens comes in, 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch his last time through. Flew out to third on a towering ball in the infield in his first at-bat. How much downstairs for a ball? Ashland's about to put the final seal of approval on a trip into the region championship. They lead East Carter 12-3 with a game-clinching run standing out at second base with 2 outs over in Moorhead. Here's the 1-0. Hard hit ball to center. Kaiser drifting into the gap. He'll run that one down and make the catch, and that will end the inning. But a good inning for the Vikings as they plate 2. They leave 2. They lead at 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. When we return after this on Kool TV.
The Ashland area YMCA is where families and friends come to stay active and have fun. As a staple of the Ashland community for 125 years, we offer a wide range of activities and classes. We have something for all ages and interests, from cardio, fitness, and personal training, to swimming at our junior Olympic-sized pool, to a variety of sports facilities and programs. Follow us on social media to learn more about our programs or visit us today at the Ashland Area YMCA.
Since 1932, we've been a proud part of Kentucky, dedicated to serving our members with integrity, respect, and a commitment to excellence. We believe that by working together, we can create a brighter future for everyone. Whether you're saving for a new home, planning for retirement, or starting your own business, we're here to help you every step of the way. So stop wishing and start doing. And let's build a financially successful future together. Thank you for being a part of our journey.
Beautiful night here in Cannonsburg as we look in from the United Rentals Tower Cam, looking over top the Larry. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-3 Rowan County. McGuire, no, I forgot to change those. Those are my mistakes. That's totally on me. I fell asleep at the wheel. I'll take the blame on that one. Frazier, Witt, and Anchetta. 3 that'll go in this inning for Russell. Cardinals continue to lead the Orioles 6-4. That game in the bottom of the 9th in Baltimore. Reds down to their final out, trailing the Royals 3-2 in Kansas City in the top of the 9th inning. Cubs leading the Rockies 2-1 in the top of the 8th in Wrigley. Blue Jays Rangers still scoreless. Nationals have opened up a 2-0 lead over Seattle in the bottom of the 2nd. Yankees lead the Angels 1-0 out in Anaheim. So the designated hitter, Jaden Frazier, steps in. Frazier, a strikeout victim his first time through. Ingles with 4 Ks in the ballgame. 0-1. Breaky ball in there for a called strike. 0-2. Boo Birds raining down from the first base side, thinking it was a low pitch. Ingles kicks and deals, slings the fastball wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets him to chase. Dehart will throw this one down the right field line. And Frazier's going to head out to second base. So a two-base error on the strikeout. It's been a while since we've had one of those.
The catcher, number 22, Jared Witt.
So the second error of the ball game for the Vikings. And now Jared Witt comes in. Weekly hit fly ball over to right. Dropping back and making the catch is Madden. There's one away. Another left fielder, Keone Anchetta. Struck out looking his first time through.
Left fielder, number 15, Keone Anchetta.
Grayson Kaiser in the on-deck circle. So Frazier on at second base after a strikeout swinging, and the ball was in the dirt, and then Dehart picked it up and made the throw to first base and threw it all the way into the Russell bullpen. Ingles from the belt. This one's fouled away at the plate. Seven runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Vikings. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Red Devils, who trail this one 7-3 here in the fourth. Flare down the first base side and out of play. 0-2. Good pitch downstairs and away. Won't offer. That moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winner gets Boyd County in the title game. Date to be determined after the outcome of this game will determine that. It could be anything from tomorrow to Saturday. Region softball will not play their championship no matter who wins in this game that's playing right now until Friday due to the graduation over in Moorhead tomorrow night. And they check his swing. Randy Ross says he did, and the count goes full. Russell's got to find a way to start clawing back in this one before this one slips out of reach. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside corner called strike 3, and Anchetta gets caught looking for the second time of the ball game. On the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay, Ison spots it on the outside corner. So 2 down in the inning, and Grayson Kaiser comes in. A strikeout victim his first time through this evening. Ingles with 6 strikeouts in the ballgame. Ingles dueled against Preston Cropper in the district championship game there for the 61st. Another nice pitch. That one just misses. Gave up only 3 hits in the ballgame and won at 5-0. He struck out 8 batters, walked 2 in the complete game outing. 1-1 pitch. That one gets past the catcher into the backstop, and Frazier will take third on the pass ball. So a key run 90 feet away now for the Red Devils, who trail this one by 4. The 2-1. Downstairs, 3-1. Kyle Mocha stands in the on-deck circle to go next. You get back to the top of the order if you're Russell with runners on, but you got 2 outs to work with. 3-1. Fisted over toward third. Smith will gobble it up with a bare hand and throw it away. The run will come home. Kaiser's going to head out to second base, and the inning continues, and it's 7-4 with the top of the order coming back up. Second error of the inning. So a 2-out error brings home a run and keeps the inning alive to go back to the top of the order. And now Kyle Mokas comes in, who's 2 for 2. A double and an RBI for Mokas. And they're going to put him on. So the intentional walk to Mokas will bring in now the pitcher for Russell of Elijah Hankins. Hankins 1 for 2. Had a bunt single and a ground out. So runners at first and second now, 2 down in the inning. 7-4 Russell's lead, or Russell's deficit is now 3. Hankins chops this one out towards short. And a throw at first base is dug out by Havens. And Hankins gets erased on the first pitch of the at-bat. But Russell gets one back. They trail at 7-4 through 4. We return to Canonsburg after this on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg. Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
The United Rentals Tower Cam, based out of Huntington, West Virginia, 304-429-1260. Greatly appreciate their sponsorship with us here through the district and regional rounds of the tournament of baseball. Jenna Delaney and Brooklyn Duckweiler have gone Yahtzee for 2 grand salamis tonight, as Ashland leads East Carter 12-4, the game in the bottom of the 6th inning over in Moorhead. 7-4 our score here, top of the 5th. As it'll be 8-9 in the top, due up this inning for the Vikings. Rowan County did not score a run in the second. Russell did not score a run in the third. But getting late in this one for the Red Devils to keep this one in, reaching, be able to keep it in distance to be able to do something with it. Hankins fans banks on the second pitch to even things at 1-1. The right hitter kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Round played at a run in the first. Russell added 2. Got one more in the third, led it 3-1, and then a 4-run third inning. Gave Rowan County the lead. Here's Mokus out at short. Uncorks that one up the line and got him on the tag. They're going to ask for help immediately, thinking that they did not get the tag. Here's a look at it on the Ison's Cards and Collectibles instant replay. I don't know that he got the tag. Scott Collins is backpedaling, saying, oh, I'm good, I'm good. This crew going to get together. Randy Ross was our umpire at first base. And they agree. So the wide throw by Mokus gets bailed out by McGuire for the first out here in the fifth. And Scott Collins comes down and has a word with Jeff Atkins and then is looking toward Randy Ross, expressing his disconcernment for his call over at first base. So now Carson Madden comes in, the second baseman, a walk and a strikeout looking. Sends this one out of play on the first base side. And you feel like there's still one surge left in this ball game. Is it going to be a surge that pushes it out of reach for Rowan County, or is it going to be one that brings Russell right back in the mix of things? 1-1, fouled away. It's no secret Madden is trying to go that direction. And the right field line is wide open. Criswell's playing all the way over toward the gap. 1-2. Pitch is wide, 2-2. They are playing Madden to pull, and he is trying to push everything toward the right field side. Breaking ball hacked foul at the plate. Count holds it 2-2. 2-2 pitch, rolled back off the mound. Mokus can't field it cleanly. And Madden's on again. I'm going air there. That's a ball that's got to be fielded cleanly. So Madden on with the error. And now back to the top of the order, and Abram Norden. That one misses wide for a ball. First Russell error in the ball game that's been charged. Madden leaks away from first. Hankins set from the belt. 1-0, outside corner, a called strike. 1-1. Top of the seventh inning over in Moorhead. Ashland leading East Carter 12-4. Trying to close things out and punch their ticket into the region finals with Rowan County on Friday. The 1-1. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. Russell will come to the plate 3, 4, and 5 in their home half of this inning. Trying to keep it at a 3-run deficit. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. That one disappeared as it came to the plate. Nice pitch there by Hankins as the count evens at 2-2. Again, Hankins is not a pitcher by trade. He's just out there trying to gut one through as a senior for his team and keep his team within reach of trying to get back in this one. 2-2. That one's wide and gets past the catcher. And that moves Madden out to second base and into scoring position with 2 down in the inning. Or excuse me, only 1 out here in the inning. Ingles in the on-deck circle with 2 go next. Now the force out is not in play. A strikeout here of Norden would be huge, or a fly ball in the infield. Keep that runner out at second base. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Goes upstairs and gets the swinging miss. Norden's down for the first time in the ball game, and there's 2 down in the inning. And now J.A. Ingles comes in. J.A.'s 0 for 2, a sacrifice, bunted into a fielder's choice and struck out swinging his last time through. That one's downstairs. Witt tries to block it, but by the time he gets to it, it's too late as Madden will move up on the wild pitch. Good job there by Witt to collect it and get to it and make a throw. But now 90 feet away stands a critical run for Rowan County to try to open this lead up to 4. Hankins will go from the windup now with a runner at third base. And he spots that one on the outer third. Count evens at 1-1 to the pitcher, J.A. Ingles. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there by Hankins. The peek across the glove, the 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hankins as Rowan County leaves a runner at third. Time to stretch at the ballpark. 7-4. Russell trails it by 3. They come to the plate with 3, 4, and 5, and we return after this on Kool TV.
Welcome to Papa John's. Come meet the band. We got Cab the Sauce Man pouring our sauce right from the can. Don't bother him, he's in the zone. Huh? We got Short Christine. So beautiful. Come on. Check this out. We got Dough Toley over at our fresh, never frozen original dough station. Hey, show off. Kid's a prodigy. And Scotty and Shannon dropping those toppings all over. He calls me Papa.
No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't.
And we're making you a Papa John's pizza.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Microphone, so you're all 7-4 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tim Nelson's trying to get some Sweet Caroline going here. I'll give him some. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. Listen, if you go to a ballpark and Sweet Carolina starts playing and you don't do the ba, 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 you should get in your car and go to the house. Maybe go to the library and read a book or something. 3, 4, and 5 coming through this inning for the Red Devils. McGuire, Lothar, and Tolliver. Check that. We're going to get they've actually brought Lothar because they did not list him as the DH/pitcher. So he's going to be he's done for the night. He's going to be in the position now of Gunnar Hignites for his position. So, again, if they listed him as pitcher/DH on the lineup card, he could have gone to the DH when he left the mound. Instead, they did not. So, that means his night is finished coming out. So, Hayden McGuire, Hignite, and Tolliver, the ones that will go here. First pitch fouls it away. McGuire 0 for 2. A bunt out to first, a strikeout swinging his last time through. The 0-1. Chopped out to second. Madden on the second hop. One down. And now Gunnar Hignine will come in for his first time tonight. Hignine a .289 hitter, 13 hits, 14 runs driven in, 2 doubles, 11 walks. Hignine went 0 for 3 in the in the win over Ashland, excuse me. Fouls this one away onto the third base side. Count evens at 1-1. Another foul ball. This over top, of the fence on the third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. East Carter not going away without a fight. They're down 12-5 with 2 outs and 2 on. Outside corner. Just misses, 2-2. I think Hignine thought he was done too. 2-2. Misses upstairs. Trying to go with a breaking ball and couldn't get it to turn over. Here's the payoff pitch. Chopped over towards second. Madden on the high hop. Fields and throws, 2 down. And now Jacob Tolliver 0 for 2. He drove in a run back in his first at-bat, flew out to center in the last time through.
The third baseman, number 7, Jacob Tolliver.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Ingles. Another one out to Madden. Diving play out at second from his knees. He makes it. How about an inning all by Madden? We'll go to break on the iSense Cards and Collectibles instant replay. The dive from the knees. We've played 5. Rowan leads at 7-4. Back after this on Kool TV.
When you need to say happy birthday, get well, thinking of you, or any special occasion, say it with flowers from Fields Flower Shop in Ashland and Grayson. Fields Flower Shop can also take care of your sympathy needs, and they carry a beautiful selection of silk flowers, balloons, and fruit baskets. They've provided quality service since 1920. Call 606-324-2184. That's 606-324-2184. Fields Flower Shop, 221 15th Street, Ashland, and US 60 Grayson.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
7-4 as we go to the top of the 6th inning here. Rowan County in front of Russell. No, that's not it. That is not right. We'll fix that. There's something on the graphic that didn't fire correctly on that one. That is correct. There we go. Our computers are like us now. They're tired. A final in Moorhead. We have our region finals set as Ashland has defeated East Carter 12-6. So Friday night it is scheduled for the region finals at 7. It'll be Rowan County and Ashland. So 3, 4, and 5, Richardson, DeHart, and Havens, the 3 that'll go this inning. Richardson's 2 for 3, a triple his last time up. He's driven home 2 runs. He crushed one his last time out. He looks at a pitch down and in for a ball. You look at Richardson's line on the season. He comes in with 48 runs scored, 38 hits. Of the 38 hits he has, 16 of those have gone for extra bases, including his 8th triple tonight. That one sneaks in there for a called strike, 2-1. Two one, chopped out toward Mokas on the high hop. He'll slide to feet, 1 down. Heard Rady Stacy saying he thought that ball might have nicked his arm. That's like a fly landing on an oak tree. And nothing going to happen to that one. So Richardson done here in the 6th. And Ben Dehart comes in. 2 for 3, 3 runs driven in tonight. 2 singles and a ground out. Runs inside for a ball. Slider down and away. 2-0. A win by the Vikings would set up a repeat of the 2022 16th Region Tournament Championship game. That was a game in which Boyd County won 2-0 at Rowan County. And a forced pitch walk to Dehart as he's on with 1 out here in the 6th. Now Mason Havens comes on as we'll get a courtesy runner of Grant Rose over at first base.
Courtesy runner for Rowan County, number 18, Grant Rose. Now batting number 99, first baseman Mason Havens.
Havens 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch his last time through. He singled an RBI in his second at-bat. First pitch grabs the outer half. Beautiful evening here in Cannonsburg. It has been picturesque all evening long. After rains much of the day yesterday and even into this morning. And now Rose a little gimpy as he comes back after diving back into the bag over at first. He was set to start the game at third base, and there was a late scratch. And when I say late, I'm talking like the 11th hour. The 0-1. That ball is tattooed out into left center field. Kaiser trying to run it down. He can't hang on to it. Had it in the glove, and it falls out. It's going to be a double for Mason Havens, and Russell has something cooking here in the 6th. Grayson Kaiser lays out for this one. Take a look at it on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. This ball up into the vapor stream. He had it in the tip of the glove, and it comes out. And you cannot, that is as good as effort as you're going to see at any level. And Grayson Kaiser got a great beat on that one and nearly chased it down. But instead, Havens picks up the double. And now Russell's infield will have to come in with 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out, and Toby Stinson, who's had a hot night at the plate. He's 2 for 3. He fouls that one straight back. Lined out to the pitcher, and then 2 singles. Hit a little bloop right behind the mound, in between the mound and second base his last time through, and then went to right field in his first hit of the contest. It's Rowan County with 9 hits in the ball game. They lead it by 3 here in the 6th. But one swing of the bat, and that lead could swell to the largest it's been thus far. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Well, this would be huge if Hankins could get a strikeout here. Infield readies in the grass. Hankins 0-2. Chopped out to Mokas. He bobbles, fields, and throws. They'll get the out. There's 2 down in the inning. Everybody has to stay put. And now the infield can settle back into normal depth for Brody Likens, who comes in. It was not a contact play for Grant Rose. And had it been, he's probably safe because of the bobble by Mokas. Likens, I don't know what's going on with him. He's dancing around all over there trying to stretch out. So 2 down in the inning, 2nd and 3rd for the Vikings. The first pitch from Hankins misses high for a ball. The 1-0. Cue balled up the first base line. Hankins gets to it quickly. He'll make the tag, and that will end the inning. So Hankins dances around the danger and gets out of it unscathed. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-4 Rowan. We're back for more after this on Kool TV.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Go to Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library system is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Beautiful look in from the United Rentals Tower Cam as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Frazier Witt and Anchetta, 6, 7, and 8 do up this inning. 7-4 Rowan leads it, but they missed a key opportunity there in the top half of this inning, leaving 2 runners in scoring position. But J.A. Ingles, since getting the lead back, has been dialed in, tossing only 80 pitches through the first 5. 53 of those have gone for strikes, and he has been consistent. But his 5th inning of work, 10 pitches, and that's exactly what you need to try to extend. He has gotten better every inning. 20 pitches in the first, 18 in the second, 14 in the third. Went back to 18 in the fourth, but then 10 in the 5th. Tim Rice giving Tyler Morris a run for his money, running down the third baseline over there. Timo looked a little slow. He's not that far disconnected from college ball. I don't know about that. Looked like a thoroughbred trying to run down a Clydesdale. So Jaden Frazier's 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts, but he reached on a throwing error from Ben Dehart and moved out to second base. A little bit of a fog starting to set up on top of the ballpark, too, out in left center field. First pitch misses somewhere. Just don't know where. That was a good-looking spot. Right at the top of the zone. Either way, it's a ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. And one thing we've always say is our umpiring crew has done a phenomenal job throughout the entire tournament thus far. And we've got some really good umpires in our region. That is something we are blessed to have with us is guys that know the game and know how to call it the correct way. And a 4-pitch walk to Frazier. You know, something we've had in the tournament to where somebody thought that they've seen something and it wasn't there. The umpires get together and they conversate. You know, we had a big play in the first game tonight and a play at first base that the umpire made a call and then they got together and they changed it because somebody else said, hey, I definitely saw that. So, you know, sometimes you make a mistake. You see something from an angle, but then you look and see if another guy's got a better angle at it. They talk about it. So, Jared Witt climbs in, 1 for 2, takes a strike at the knees. A single and a pop out in his 2 at-bats. Would give you a good look at him if Anchetta would get out of the way of the camera. He's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter as Dawson Wada has moved into the on-deck circle for Russell. So Wada's going to bat in the place of Anchetta next. Wada's a kid who has come on late after getting injured in Meet the Devils. And when he got back healthy, he has been swinging a phenomenal bat, batting .310 on the season. So he'll get a chance to swing in the next at-bat. Witt right now down 1-2 strikes. Frazier away from first base. Ingles from the belt. Spikes this one in the dirt. There goes the runner. Here goes the throw down to second base. And Mr. Frazier's a sitting duck. DeHart picked it and threw it perfectly. Take a look at this on the Ice and Cards and Collectibles instant replay. It was a delay steal, and Frazier got a very late jump. So 2-6 on the putout. That one tries to sneak it in there, but misses. And the count goes to full. Payoff pitch, misses upstairs, ball 4. Man, how big does that loom now, getting that runner thrown out at second base, as you'd have runners at second and third, or first and second, excuse me, but nobody out. And before we get a pitch thrown to our pinch hitter of Dawson Wada, Scott Collins is going to come to the bump and have a word with his infield. Ingles sits at 90 pitches. Again, he faced Rowan County and faced Russell, when these two teams hooked up back on March 29th. He threw 4 innings in that game. So a very quick word with his infield as Coach Collins makes his way back to the third base dugout. He's a great guy. I texted him. It was over the weekend when I was trying to get everything ready for the Monday night games and stuff, and I texted him. I said, send me your lineup when you get a chance, and he said, will 6:59 on Monday night work? I said, yeah, that should be perfect. They played at 7. I was like, yeah, that should be plenty of time. First pitch to Wada's in there for a called strike. Wada, a .310 hitter. 9 hits, 6 driven in, a double. That one's in the dirt. Witt takes second base as DeHart can't find the ball. So a runner in scoring position for the Red Devils. And again, how big does the runner getting thrown out at second base loom now? As now you would have runners at second and third with nobody out. Wada's got to capitalize here on the opportunity as time is running out for the Red Devils here in the 6th. That one's fouled away. Josh Hughes checking in, dropping a message in the chat screen. You're very welcome, my good friend. Always a pleasure. And now time at the plate. And Ingles cuts that one loose. It's one of the things as a pitcher you're taught. When you start that motion, nothing stops you. You go to the plate. A lot of times you'll see guys cut it loose and throw it halfway up the backstop. That one gets away from DeHart. And Witt's going to move up to third base now on the pitch. Looked like they got crossed up on signs there. There was definitely something not expected there by DeHart. He looked like he was zigging and Ingles was zagging. So the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. That one misses upstairs. And the count goes to full. Grayson Kaiser awaits. And in the top of the order for the Red Devils. Huge opportunity here for them. Down 3 here in the 6th. The payoff pitch from Ingles. Misses wide, ball 4, and they're at the corners. So Wada earns a pinch hit walk. And now we'll bring Anchetta back into the ball game to run for him, and he'll remain in the contest. So Wada's night is finished. He does his duty. And now Grayson Kaiser, who's 0 for 2, comes in. A strikeout and reached on an error. So Kaiser represents the tying run at the plate. And still only 1 out in the inning, and Kyle Moak is looming in the on-deck circle, chomping at the bit to try to get an opportunity to go with runners on. Here's a ball that's going to tumble out into shallow left field. Everybody's safe. It's an RBI single, and it's 7-5 as Kaiser comes through in the 9-hole. Richardson nearly ran it down. So now we go back to the top of the order. And Kyle Mokas, who was intentionally walked his last time through, he's 2 for 2 with a run driven in. He had a double as well. That pitch is downstairs for a ball. Great part of the order for the Red Devils to come through. And now DeHart's going to go out and have a word with his battery mate. Ingles getting ready to hit the century mark. This is pitch number 99 coming. The 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Moka started at second base, moved over to play shortstop when Hankins had to come to the mound. 2 on, 1 out. Outfield playing him to pull. And again, a late time, and Ingles slings it plateward. Late night here in Cannonsburg as we approach the 11 o'clock hour. A quick look back towards second base and a throw over to shortstop Norton. Second time that Ingles has done that in the contest. So Moka settles back in with that closed off stance, but he is a pull hitter by trade. But he can go the opposite way if he needs to. The 2-0. Outside corner called strike. He did not like that one. So he has a quick word with Jeff Atkins from behind the plate. So he felt like that one was wide. The pause in the pitch from Ingles. Chopper over toward third. Smith is going to go to third for the out. He kind of froze like he didn't know where he was going. And again, getting the start there right before game time when he found out he was going to be playing over there. So Anchetta is out. Kaiser moves to second. Mokus is out at first. And now Elijah Hankins comes in. Hankins 1 for 3. Singled on his first time and a pair of groundouts. And he hits a flare out to Madden at second base, and he does it again. We've played 6. 7-5. Rowan County leads it. We go to the 7th after this on Kool TV.
At First National Bank, we strive to make every person that walks through our doors feel like family. Because to us, you are. For over 120 years, we have lived in and served the families of Kentucky with genuine care through the good times and the bad. Come and see the difference banking with family can truly make for you at any of our 7 locations or visit our website at www.fnbgrayson.com. First National Bank, member FDIC.
I am Shane Wallingford. I'm President and CEO of JSB Industrial Solutions. JSB Industrial Solutions is a manufacturer of many products. We took a shotgun approach to our business. We take each project individually and break it down into the smallest bits, communicate effectively, and move forward. Our vision is basically to make your problem our successful business.
We go to the 7th. Due up this inning is the bottom of the order. Banks, Madden, and Norton, the 3 that'll go. Russell will come to the plate in the home half of this inning, 3, 4, and 5. So Hankins will try to keep it at a 2-run ball game. Yeah, there's fog. You can see it there on your screen. Davey Anderson standing out there. Looks like he's cold. But, yeah, there is fog hanging around field level. So Ross Banks 0 for 3 starts us off. First pitch misses inside for a ball. Banks 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking, and a ground out to short his last time through. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Breaky ball that just misses. Three balls and a strike to Banks. High ball 4. And Banks with a leadoff walk to start the 7th. His second walk of the ball game. Or excuse me, no, his first walk of the ball game, my mistake. Now Carson Madden, he has had a stellar defensive night here. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error, strikeout, and a walk. But he has let his glove do his talking tonight. Tries to bunt this one and fouls it away. It is not an out if the ball hits the bat twice unless the bat connects the ball when the bat is in fair territory. And that is only if the ball connects the bat because the batter throws the bat in place of the ball. If the ball makes incidental contact with the bat, it is not an out. So Banks swipes second base. The count goes to 1-1 on the pitch up over top the head of Carson Madden. This one's bunted up in the air and falls foul on the third base side. Breaking news out of the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder is headed to the NBA Finals. They defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves to close out that series 4-1. (7-5) here in the seventh. Hankins from the belt. This one's fouled away at the plate. Madden battling. Carson Madden has put himself in the mix of this ball game from what he's done on the defensive side of things. He has had a very good ball game on the defensive side. Again, if you can just find something from the bottom of the order one time. It looms even bigger to how big he's been to this team this evening. The top of the order of Abram Norden stands in the on-deck circle to go next. Runner at second base, nobody out. The 2-2. And the count goes full. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Hankins fans his fourth. And there's one down in the inning. So we go back to the top of the order now, and Abram Norden. A single hit by a pitch, a walk, and a strikeout swinging. Big breaky ball tumbles in there for a called strike 0-1. If you can do everything you can to keep Will Richardson from coming to the plate in this inning, that would be huge if you're Russell. Again, the Red Devils need at least 2 in the home half of this inning, or the Vikings are headed to the championship. This one's a flare down the line over at third base and bends foul into the fog. Now, that is fog that is on the field level, folks. That is not our cameras or anything. That's what it looks like out there that the outfielders are looking into. Again, it's a moist field from all the rain yesterday, but held it very nicely. But a cool evening now as the temperatures have dwindled down and a little bit of fog hanging around field level out there in left field. Not so much the case over in right. A lot of that probably has to do with the fact that the creek runs down that left side of the ballpark as well. Here's the 0-2. Tries to spot it to the outside corner. Good spot there. Just a bit wide. 1-2. Norden awaits. Fouled away. 1-2. This game just feels like it's got something brewing in the seventh. You just kind of feel like that Round had opportunities to put this one out of reach, and you've let Russell hang around. The big question is, too, is that will J.K. Ingles come out and throw in the seventh? He's at 102 pitches. That one gets away from Hankins, and it's 2-2. And here's the other thing you get on a night like tonight, when you start getting that moisture in the air like what we're getting, trying to throw a breaking ball becomes a little more difficult. Sometimes that ball gets a little slippery, you get moisture on your hands, and you can't get it dry and get a good grip to get that ball to turn over like you want it to. Hankins will look to second. He'll come to the plate with a 2-2 and misses high, and the count goes to full. Hankins just tossed his 75th pitch of the contest. He needs a big one right here with Norden trying to get the second out of the inning. The lefty awaits. The right-handed throwing senior on a payoff pitch. And he misses up and away. That gets away from the catcher, and they're going to be at the corners. So Norden walks for the second time today. And before we get another pitch to the plate, we'll get a visit from the pitching coach for the Red Devils as J.A. Ingles is coming in. And I would not be shocked here to see some form of either a suicide squeeze or a safety squeeze with J.A. Ingles, who works with the bat very well in that position. He already has a sacrifice bunt this evening. He's had 2 bunts. The second one went down the line at first, and McGuire threw a dart across to Tolliver to erase the runner on a force play at third. Banks has not had a lot of opportunities on the bases this season, 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts, so really don't know how the speed is, but again, in a situation like this, you have to, whatever decision you make, you have to go with it. If you freeze, you're done. So if you elect to play small ball here, the big part is that you have the runner being held by the first baseman over at first, so the first base line is wide open. There goes the runner. They will not take the throw, so the pitch is called a strike. So runners at second and third now. Now the infield comes in, and I think that opens up a little bit of better defensive alignment, trying to take away a bunt attempt if you want to go with that. Ingles is going to flare this one out to right. Criswell settling under it. Banks is going to tag. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it was not deep enough to get the job done as Criswell throws a one-hopper to the plate, and there's 2 down in the inning. Criswell's made a couple of big plays out in right this evening. And now Will Richardson comes up, and guess what he's getting ready to do? Go to first base. And again, that's a situation of where you move that runner out to second base and you open up first base in that case. So now Ben Dehart, who was 2 for 3 with 3 runs driven in. Dehart, 6 doubles on the season. He has 2 home runs. He led the Vikings in both meetings earlier this year. He went 2 for 3 with an RBI in the first meeting, 2 for 4 with an RBI in the second meeting. He was 3 for 3 with 4 runs driven in against Morgan County. And the first pitch is fouled away. Pill is covered in Vikings. Banks at third, Norden at second, Richardson over at first. 7-5, 2 down in the 7th. Hankins 0-1. Hard hit ball to center. Kaiser on his horse, drifting back. He'll run underneath it and make the catch. And the Vikings leave the bases juiced in the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Russell needs 2. We return after this on Kool TV.
Primary Plus is celebrating 40 years of its mission of quality, advanced, affordable health care. With over 11 primary care locations throughout the region, Primary Plus believes in our communities and our patients. The Primary Plus name means primary care plus so much more. Offering extended services such as women's health, pediatrics, dental, counseling, diabetes management, infusion services, and on-site pharmacy that offers free delivery. Primary Plus believes in connecting health care for you and your family and is always welcoming new patients. Learn more at primaryplus.net.
Spring fishing season is just around the corner, and Border Sporting Goods is your fishing headquarters for rods and reels from G. Loomis, St. Croix, Fenwick, Lewes, Daiwa, Shimano, and Abu Garcia. No matter what species of fish you are targeting, Borders has the perfect setup to make your next trip on the water a success. Borders has baits in every style and size with a wide selection of tackle from Berkeley, Strike King, Zoom, Z-Man, Bandit, and many more. Before hitting the water for your next fishing trip, stop by and stock up at Border Sporting Goods, US 60 West in Ashland.
Due up this inning, McGuire, Hignite, and Tolliver. It's going to be Lothar that's going to re-enter the ball game for Hignite. So Hignite's night is done, as Lothar can re-enter the ball game, but if they do go to extras, Lothar will have to play in the field or they'll have to sub him out with somebody else, and then his night is finished. So McGuire, Lothar, and Tolliver, the three that'll go here in the home seventh. Russell down 7-5. 2 to tie, 3 to win it. J.A. Ingles, 102 pitches into this ball game. He has 18, or unless he is in an at-bat with a hitter, he can finish past the 120 mark until that batter is retired. You got to wonder how short the leash on him is if someone reaches, in this case, if McGuire would reach to start the inning. How quickly would the hook come from Scott Collins? McGuire's 0 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a bunt. A late breaking ball tumbles in there for a called strike 0-1. Deep into the 11 o'clock hour here on this Wednesday night, as the pitch evens at 1-1. Originally scheduled to be our championship night, but got paused yesterday due to the rain. Chases that one well out of the zone, 1-2. Ingles gets a bounding ball out to short. Norden with a running throw. The high stretch by Havens pulls it in, 1 down. And now Avery Lothar comes in.
Now batting number 11, Avery Lothar.
Lothar 1 for 2 in the ball game, a single and a ground out. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball. He stings this one out to shortstop, but Norden rushes it down. There's 2 down, and Russell's down to its final out of the season. And now Jacob Tolliver, who's 0 for 3. Ingles at 108.
Third baseman number 7, Jacob Tolliver.
This one's fouled away. Tolliver 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a flyout. Ingles trying to get a complete game winner and push his team into the region championship game that would play at the earliest of Friday. The 1-1. That one's wide. 2 balls and a strike. Jaden Frazier will go next. Outside corner called strike 2-2. D-Hart a bad throw back out to Ingles as he has to walk to the front of the bump to get the baseball. He'll rub that pearl up and try to uncork a strikeout or a ground out to take his team into the region championship. 2-2 pitch. Hard hit ball over toward third and bends foul. Ingles with 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Lucky number 7 would be fitting for him to close it down here in the 7th. Swing and a miss. Number 7 gets the victory. And J.A. Ingles pitches his team into the region championship Friday night. 7-5 your victory final. Postgame show, we return after this on Kool TV.
Osman Pharmacy and Grill, located at 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg, Kentucky, offers fast and friendly service with a hometown feel. Check out their specialty items in person or order them online at osmanpharmacy.com. Osman Pharmacy and Grill also has daily dinner specials where you can dine in or get your order to go. Stop by or call Osman Pharmacy and Grill today. Osman Pharmacy and Grill, 89 2nd Street in downtown Vanceburg. Baseball and softball seasons are here, and Grayson Sporting Goods is your one-stop shop for everything from bats and gloves to helmets and accessories. No matter the age, Grayson Sporting Goods has the size to get your favorite star ready to hit the field. Grayson Sporting Goods also offers a full selection of East and West Carter team gear with custom printing and embroidery available on many items. Stop by Grayson Sporting Goods, located on Main Street in downtown Grayson, proudly serving Carter County and surrounding counties since 1975.
Welcome to Papa John's. Come meet the band. We got Cab the Sauce Man pouring our sauce right from the can. Don't bother him, he's in the zone. Huh? We got Short Christine.
So beautiful.
Come on. Check this out. We got Dough Toley over at our fresh, never frozen original dough station.
Hey,
show off. Kid's a prodigy. And Scotty and Shannon dropping those toppings all over. He calls me Papa.
No, I don't.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't.
And we're making you a Papa John's pizza.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Not only is State Senator Robin Webb proud to support and congratulate our youth in all their endeavors in and out of the classroom, but your State Senator Robin Webb is also proud to support and work for all the adults in her district. Robin Webb strives to put forth the best for youth and adults alike. Whether it's in Frankfort or here at home in her district, know that Robin Webb puts you first in all of her decisions she makes. State Senator Robin Webb strives harder every day to make Kentucky a better place to work, live, and have fun.
Final score in this one, 7-5. Rowan County wins it. Here's how it went down. Rowan County got a run in the first inning. Russell answered with 2 back in the first. They put another run in the second. They led it 3-1. And then the Vikings come to the plate and hung a 4 spot in the third. They took a 5-3 lead through 3. 2 more runs across for the Vikings in the fourth inning. Russell countered with 1 in the fourth to cut it to 7-4. Russell gets 1 back in the sixth. But J.A. Ingles fans the last batter he faces, his 7th strikeout of the night, and Rowan County wins this one by a final score of 7-5. Our final numbers when we return, and we'll wrap things up here from Boyd County as we have a region championship on tap now. Boyd County and Rowan County for all the marbles in the 16th region. We'll tell you about it when we return after this on Kool TV.
Good morning, Isabella.
Hi, David.
Back for your morning routine?
Clark's Refresh Rewards program is something you'll flip for.
Hey, Isabella. Hi, Annabelle.
Donut?
Don't forget the sprinkles. Cream and sugar.
Download our app today and enjoy all of the rewards. No flipping required.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
If you can picture yourself in a better job and a better life, there are thousands of openings in Kentucky right now. And with the Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship, you can prepare for many of them tuition-free. Go to Ashland Community and Technical College. This scholarship offers 100% free tuition for classes that can prepare you for a great job in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, and more in as little as 13 weeks. Get started today at workreadykentucky.com.
The Greenup County Public Library System is the best. Read the latest bestsellers in large print, regular print, or audio CDs. You can also check out movies or place a hold on a book on our website or call one of the library locations to place a hold. There are community meeting rooms available by reservation at all locations for clubs and organizations. And be sure to check out the Jesse Stewart collection at the Greenup County branch. Check them out on Facebook and Twitter.
Final score in this one, 7-5. Here's your final numbers for Rowan County. Will Richardson, Ben Dehart, Mason Havens, and Toby Stinson. Multi-hit afternoon, or multi-hit evenings, I should say. As Richardson drives in 2, Dehart adds 3 to his mix. He has driven in 7 runs through the tournament. Havens with a double. Richardson smacks a triple. For Russell, 6 hits in the ballgame. Mokus goes 2 for 3 from the top of the order. He had the double, the lone extra base hit for the Red Devils. Final pitching numbers look like this. J.A. Ingles, 7 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Struck out 7, walked 4. He'll take the win. Lothar goes 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Struck out 3, walked 1. He'll take the loss. Hankins works 4 innings of relief, 3 hits, 2 runs, all earned. Struck out 4. He walks 5. Final box score for Rowan County, 7 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. They leave 12 runners on base. Russell, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They leave 6 runners on base. 2 hours and 31 minutes. Game time it takes to decide this one. And we take a look at our bracket now as we have our region championship set. It'll be Boyd County and Rowan County. Again, we will play on Friday night if the weather allows us to. The weather does not look good for Friday. If we do not get to play on Friday, we will play probably around 2 o'clock on Saturday, was what Pete Fraley was talking about when I talked to him earlier this evening. So we cannot play tomorrow because Rowan County is in graduation. So if we can play Friday, we will. If we cannot, we'll play it on Saturday, and we'll decide the region championship. And it still gives both teams plenty of time to set their pitching up for the state tournament, as the 16th region will play on day number 1 on Thursday next week down in Lexington. Hat tip to my crew tonight, Trey and Felicia Collier. Phenomenal job by them, as always, as well as all the great folks here at Boyd County Baseball and everyone at the Kool Sports Network. Again, your final, 7-5. Rowan County wins it. For Trey and Felicia Collier, everyone at the Kool Sports Network, I'm James Carr saying so long, and thanks for tuning in here on Kool TV.
Thank you for watching the 16th Region Baseball Tournament live from Addington Field in Boyd County, Kentucky on Kool TV. This broadcast of the 16th Region Baseball Tournament has been a special sports presentation of the Kool Sports Network and Kool TV.